DecoNetwork makes it possible for you to be able to stop a customer from purchasing a product that is out of stock. Or essentially, if a supplier with live inventory currently does not have that item on hand in that particular size and color, essentially that SKU, we prevent the customer from being able to add it to their cart. Not only can we stop the customer from doing this, we can also set a buffer. As in, instead of looking at 0 as officially being out of stock, we can say maybe 10 pieces or less of a particular SKU is out of stock. Remember, just because the supplier has inventory when a customer purchases it from one of your websites doesn't mean the stock and inventory will be available when you actually raise that purchase order. And that's why it's often a good idea to add a buffer. So if we come into the admin products, and down here we have inventory settings, we can choose the behavior for when a product is out of stock. So we can still allow the customer to add it to their cart. That's one option. Second option is don't allow them to add to cart, and we're just checking the inventory on hand. So this is inventory that you have entered for products, and we're looking at it. Or we do not allow adding to cart when we're both looking at the supplier inventory and the inventory that you have on hand. Now, when you're using the supplier inventory, again, you can add that buffer. So right now we can say, okay, 0 pieces is officially out of stock of a SKU. But if I make it 10, it will prevent the customer from being able to add a product to the cart when that SKU has less than 10 pieces. So if we were looking to design or order a red Gildan shirt in size large, and there's only 6 on hand at Sanmar, and we have live inventory enabled over here, it will prevent the customer from being able to add it to the cart, and it'll inform them that we are currently out of stock of that item. Now, how all of this works and how you know inventory levels is you can control the low stock email warning. So again, this is typically more so for inventory that you have on hand. You're not getting emails all the time if a supplier is out of inventory because they're replenishing it, and it's not really your job to update the inventory. So the low inventory warning email is going to be for any products that you have on hand and you've entered the inventory for them. To remind you how to enter that inventory, there's several different ways you can do it, but one of the easiest ways is to go into the product itself that you want to update the inventory for, and then you can come down to SKU and inventory. You can enable inventory on hand. If you check that it is a stock item, you can then enter the new inventory level. After you save it, it'll become the inventory on hand. If you put in a low stock warning here, then you're going to get that email that says, hey, we should buy more of this in order to have the inventory on hand to pull from for orders. If you have any questions on how to configure the inventory settings, including a buffer for live inventory products, simply come up to the very top and search our many great help articles, or click on the question mark and raise a support ticket with Client Services, who's there to answer questions and help you work through problems whenever you're having them. Hopefully you find this video helpful, and thank you for watching.